What's up guys, it's Someone here, and today I'll be showing you an Arc Hunter build for you to use right now in Lightfall. So let's get into the video. For this build, we'll be prioritizing using the following actions. Using Combination Blow with Assassin's Cowl. Now, the reason for this is Arc Hunters with this combo is pretty ridiculous, and they gain so much health back, and with the right fragments and other stuff that you will use in this build, it will make them really hard to kill, and it's quite good for end game content, especially for soloing content like dungeons, because I've used this build constantly for this even before the changes of the mod system. This build back then still does really good work. Now, what makes this build really good and really strong is the aspect, and this key aspect being Lethal Current. After dodging, your next melee attack has increased lunge range and jolts the target and creates a damage aftershock. This is really good because Jolt is like one of the best perks in the game, which is really nice, and obviously Jolt now causes Overload champions to be stunned, which is really important if you're using this for your main build. And to add to that, when you're damaging any jolted targets with melee attacks, you also blind them, and blinding stuns unstoppables as well. So there's other benefits of using Lethal Current for this build, as it tackles 2 champions, which means you only need to focus for your weapons is for anti-barrier, which makes this build fully purposed, and you can use it for pretty much any content that requires 3 champions, aka 1 or nothing. That's a key one, as that strike has all the champions in it. The other aspect that is used in this build is Flow State. Defeating a jolted target makes you amplified. Amplified will make your dodges recharge more faster, and you are more resilient while dodging. So if you dodge, you take less damage, and your reload speed is greatly increased, which is nice as flat overall good aspect to use this build. Now the fragments, the fragments I will be using for the build itself are the following options. Spark of Shock, your arc grenades jolt targets. This is really nice in general, as having used arc grenades jolt targets is always nice, and jolting is just really good perk in the game. And this is the other factor of using that to stun overloads, which is just nice. And pair this one with, I'll be using pulse grenades, as pulse grenades are probably one of the better arc grenades that are available at this time. You can use preferably what you want to use, but I recommend using pulse grenades for this build. Now, the second fragment is Spur of Feedback. Taking melee damage briefly increases your outgoing melee damage. So if you get hit by a weaker ad, then going to doing Combination Blow, you will just do more damage overall. And we'll get into Combination Blow in a bit. So yeah, it's worth just having this, and it gives you plus 10 resilience, so nice little added bonus to that. Spark Resistance. While surrounded by compartments, you are more resistant to incoming damage. With this obviously build, you are more going in melee first rather than standing back with your guns, so this is just great to have, and it gives you plus 10 strength, which is great for if you want to get more melee backs quicker, so yeah. And then Spark Violence. Defeat jolted targets, creates an ion trace, which is a bolt of pure arc energy that travels along the ground, seeking towards its creator, where you pick it up and it trace gets you ability energy, which is just nice to have. Now, obviously for abilities, I mentioned that we will be using Pulse Grenade, as it's the better one out of all of them. Then we'll be using Combination Blow. Now, Combination Blow works like this. When you kill an enemy with a Combination Blow, you'll get a stack with Combination Blow. This stack will allow you to do more damage than the first time. when you get it back again and you kill other enemy, this will go up again to ×2, then all the way to ×3. Now, when you obviously defeat targets with this ability, it also fully refills your class ability energy, and it restores a small amount of health, which is really nice for this build. So that's why, when doing this, you're best having Gambler's Dodge. So obviously, you perform a dodge, and when you're near enemies, it will fully recharge your melee ability. So you can chain Gambler's Dodge with Combination Blow for consistent and continuous melee Combination Blow melees to Gambler's Dodging. And then obviously for jumps, triple jump, best hunter jump in the game, without question. And for supers, it'd be Gathering Storm. This super is just crazy for damage. And with obviously your hailing staff, you're jolting tags as well. So it's again another jolt factor, which causes overload, which is just insane. And this is just a really good damage over time super as well. So yeah, this is probably the best arc hunter solo super in the game. As obviously other option is Stas, and Stas isn't as ideal anymore with Gathering Storm being in the game. Now for gear that is used with this build, the main two focuses is with a shotgun with 1-2 punch. For my case, I'll be using the Rag-Healed D because it's craftable, and obviously it has 1-2 punch on it. Now what does 1-2 punch do is, when hitting all enemies with your pellets, increases the melee damage for a short time. You only got like a brief few seconds for this. So this is just nice in general, as it just gives you the added more damage to melee. So you see like a major or mini boss type enemy, you shoot that, you shoot the full pellets with that, and then hit me melee, and you keep doing that until it's dead. If you have the enhanced version, you are more lenient of the pellets, as you only need to not have all of them hits. You have a few miss and you still be fine. So if you have the enhanced version, definitely go with that if you can get that available. If not, obviously just go with the standard 1-2 punch, but it is recommended for the enhanced version. And then for the Sonic, it is Assassin's Cowl. This helmet for this build is ridiculous. Powered melee final blows grants invisibility and restores a portion of your health and shields. Obviously with Combination Blow, you get health back from kills from this, and then if you're getting more health back from the power melee blows from this Sonic's effect, you just gain pretty much your full health back and just some more added shields. And when you do finishers and final blows against powerful targets, it also increases the duration of your invisibility as well, and the amounts of health and shields restore. So if you kill higher tier ads, you just gain way more health back, and you're probably full health, to be honest with you. So yeah, and the invisibility is just great if you just like need a quick kill, say red bar. I was like, okay, kill them quickly, just get out of the situation. It's really good for that. And now it's for the mods for this build, and particularly for the monsters build, you can go either ways, but these mods I'm going to say to you are the best ones for this build. For the helmet, the mods I'll be using are 2 hands-on, as you gain bonus super energy on melee kills. As it's a melee focused build, it's really good for that. Harmonic Siphon. Now the reason for this is, as if you're using arc and you want to get some arc weapons, it just gives you the benefit of using orbs to create from that. As Harmonic Siphon works by whatever element is your class. So for example, if it's stasis, this will change to a stasis rapid final blows create an orb mod. So as an arc, it'd be arc based, as the arc mod itself costs 3, and within this build we don't have that much energy you can spend on the helmet, so using this is cheaper and nicer. You could swap it off for one of the hands-on, but having 2 hands-on will just get your super back a lot quicker for this build. For the gauntlets, I've gone with 1 heavy-handed, so your power melee fire blows creates orbs of power, 1 impact induction, causing damage with a melee attack, reduces your grenade cooldown. This would be great, as getting your grenades back as fast as you can. It's ideal for the jolt it can create and the damage it can produce. And then a focus strike grants class ability energy when you cause damage with a melee attack. It's in case you dodge and you dodge back quick enough, so because it can happen sometimes for this build, so it's just nice for that. So we're getting damage for your melees, just gets that energy back faster and just tops it up. For the chest piece, I've just gone with any of the ammo reserve mods, so you can choose whichever ones you want. For the boots, you can do with any of the surges as well, so if you're rocking arc weapons, use that, etc, etc. And then for the class items, I've gone with 2 bombers and a time dilation mod. Now the reason obviously for this is 2 bombers obviously reduces your grenade cooldown when using class ability. As you're spamming it, it'll get us back quicker. And then having a time dilation mod just keeps armor charge lasting longer, which is just ideal and nice to have. For the artifact mods, there's 3 key ones that work quite well for this build. The first one being Shatter Orbs. When you break apart the shield, you create orb power, which is just nice for you to have, as obviously they'll work with the armor charge mods for this build. Bricks from Beyond, if you use foil weapons for either the energy or heavy slot, it just works well with that, and just getting some spawn for you on your team, just great to have. And then Prismatic Transfer. When you cast your super, each member of your fighting team with a subclass damage strike different than yours gains a bonus to weapon damage. Just a general nice damage buff in general to have. Well, that's the build. Hope you guys liked the video and the deep explanation of what works with this build and what you need to use. And if you like the video, make sure you subscribe, and if you want to see more of this, let me know down in the comments below on what you want to see next for or build. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.